start rapping and whatever. And I had already been out on these streets, Motswako, but just rapping my fucking lungs off and just going buck wild with it, like not giving a fuck. I did not, because look, you can't care what people think. You can't care what people think when you're there and you're in the moment and you see it, or you're heading somewhere. You cannot care what people think. You know what I mean? You have to just be in that state. Yeah, I want to do this. I don't care if they get it. I don't care if they do. I want to do this. So yeah.
And what are some of the experiences that you took from, being around the movement at that time, seeing the birth of Motswako?
I saw Motswako from a first-hand experience. I was a part of Lefoko, and I was a part of the thing. If you guys know Lefoko, they're as legendary as like Slaggies in terms of what it did for the underground, and that's where I thrived. That's where I made change. That's where I made my name on the underground. Yeah, Motswako, and the underground Motswako was created via Lefoko. It was basically like the Slaggies, Northwest Komafike, and it just literally man. I mean, Morafi, before they blew, they went to that. They were performing their stuff there. I remember Mojo. He was performing his stuff there. The first time I heard Mojo was performing there, dog. You feel me? And there were great artists that came out of there. KT, aka Mojote, Casper. Casper came up watching me perform there. No, he never did that. There's guys like Bo Bexy, there's guys like Bo TPP Junkie Bex, who is just phenomenal. He's just a freaking phenomenal MC. You know what I mean? And a lot of people. So whilst Bo Morafi, Tuxi, Jeba, and Mojo were killing it in Joburg, what we had, or what they had, was to say go Joburg was, there's an army coming behind us. There's an army coming behind us, you understand? Yeah. And we were there, and we were actually ripping it. And we really represented, and we really took things to the next level in terms of what the sound of Motswako was, what the game of Motswako was, battling a Motswako, or in that Mengo motion, whatever. And how I managed to get stand up above all of that is when I finally realized, oh fuck, I'm from Klerksdorp. I speak a different kind of lingo. Yeah. So meaning my spectrum of rhyme is just broader. It's just broader. You know what I mean? In terms of pronunciation and whatever. So this is basically how it went down. And at a certain point, I was just killing it in terms of the mic and everything. But the music just kept on calling me further. And then I went to Mabane and I studied music.
What came first, dog? The beats or the rapping?
The rapping, because that was the most immediate way of actually expressing myself. But every time I went and tried to get beats from people, I wasn't getting the right kind of beats. So I went to Mabana. I majored in music theory because I wanted to get into composition and conducting. So fortunately, my lecturer at the time, Mr. Hukenya, God bless him, God rest his soul, he was like, okay, sharp, so when are you going to focus on theory? Because you have to get theory and then you have to pick an instrument. So I picked piano. And from piano, I left, started making beats. We made a legendary mixtape on the streets called Lefoko Spring Sessions Volume 1. If you have it and you have the original, holla at me, because that thing is worth a lot of money right now. If you have the original disc and every single song plays, you literally sitting on a gold mine, because that was actually the first compilation ya Motswako before Lemonka Motswako Tape Volume 1. We dropped it in September. It was Spring Sessions, and I think Lemonka dropped in October or whatever.
Oh shit.
You know what I mean? It's just that Lemonka had more exposure. I mean, we talk him and I reach there often nowadays, and it's something that he acknowledges. It's like, me back at the time, I didn't know. You know? And from there, came the new beasts from the street, from the Northwest, your KT, MGT, Mojote came out. Casper and Your Vest came from there. Subat was something that I birthed along with Bexela Lome and Kit Kat. Lenyora and Easy Lab, and we created an avenue for ourselves. I mean, some legendary people came out of